is Jenny, and we are with another backyard built monster car. Now what's cool about this car is that except for the body kit and the wheels, it looks stock. But if you look a little closer, you would see a world of modified goodies.
I changed the wheels on the car, upgraded the brakes, do all the custom powder coating on the car. I have a shop in Freeport, Unique Finish. Phone number is 516-369-8009. So upgraded the front brakes, the rear brakes, like I said, custom powder coating on the wheels and the brakes. I did the exhaust, coatings on the exhaust. That pretty much wraps up the exterior of the car.
Now, is that a big brake kit in the back?
Yeah, I put a big brake kit in the back of the car too.
Now, why did you do that?
Well, because most people just put big brake kits in the front of the car, and when you do that, depending on how you have the proportioning valve set up, the car might nosedive. And if you do want to do, I guess, auto crossing with the car or stuff like that, you want everything distributed equally. So I was just looking for the best all-around distribution of the braking system. So I did that. And I also powder coated the calipers, sparkle orange. I machined off the face, and I airbrushed on the RX-7 logo on there as well.
Yeah, I see that. Now, let's talk about the interior. What have you done with the interior?
Well, I'm not too big on the interior yet, so right now it's pretty much all stock. You know, I keep it very clean. I, you know, oil leathers. As far as that's pretty much, you know. Only other thing in the interior, I put 2 gauge pod on the dash there with a air-fuel ratio gauge and a boost vacuum gauge.
Now, are you using a standalone?
Yeah, I have a plug-and-play full standalone. It's the Apex Power FC. As you see here. I also have a hookup for the laptop, which is there's a port under there. If you want to see that, that's down there. That's the FC interface box. And other than that, that's pretty much it for the interior. I mean, I have a battery relocation. That would be the other thing. That's back here. Two dry cell batteries.
Now, can we take a look under the hood?
Sure, Jenny, let's do that. So what do you think, Jenny?
It looks very nice. It looks stock though. Is it stock?
Nah, there's a lot of goodies here. I guess I can work my way around the engine bay. I guess the most obvious would be the intercooler pipes and the single turbo. There was a lot of custom fabrication work done here. That was done by a guy named Alphie from VRP. Okay, he fabricated intercooler piping. He modified this elbow. He made this custom front intake setup, which is actually an air box and an air induction system. 4-inch air induction system that comes around here. And it sucks from the front here. Draws the air through the bumper into the intake. This is the hot side of the turbo. There's a Garrett GT35R with a tile upgraded back on here. Alphie also made the exhaust manifold too and fabricated the downpipe.
Can't pick that up. A little bit, okay.
Then after that, I had to modify the cooling system for the car. I had to stand the radiator up. I had this, you know, the fans up as well. I actually also still have AC. I have an AC condenser still tucked in here. So all that had to be modified to fit with this air box. I also have Apex boost controller on the car, electronic boost controller. Then we had to modify a bunch of fuel lines, fuel rails, weld and fuel pressure regulator. I did all the boost lines in this nice braided hose. As you can see, it's pretty much all over the car. Over here I have fuel gauge, pressure gauge. Tells you the fuel pressure. And there's an engine damper bar here as well to stop the movement of the engine. And I also had to relocate some of the electronics and stuff like that, because this used to all sit in the front of the car, so I had to relocate that stuff as well. And then there was some trimming of the water pump, housing and stuff like that. Refabricated this neck. Alphie also did the welding and the fabrication on that. And then as far as the looks of the car, all the powder coating was done by myself here. And that consists of motor, manifolds, alternator, pulleys, power steering pumps powder coated. I even powder coated the AC compressor. Keep in mind, all this stuff has to be taken apart, cleaned, before you can powder coat it. Then it's got to all be reassembled. And that's pretty much, most of the stuff.
Well, the engine looked great. Now let's talk about performance.
Well, I guess the heart of it would be the Garrett GT35R Turbo with the tile upgrade, and also have the Synapse synchronic blow-off valve, which I'll probably be upgrading at a later date because I don't think it's giving off enough air.
And what size injectors are you using?
I actually still have the stock 550 primary injectors, primary fuel rail. There's an upgraded secondary fuel rail with 1600 cc injectors, which I'll probably be changing at a later date. And those are supplied by 2 in-tank Bosch 044 pumps, which was actually, the whole setup and everything was fabricated by Alphie as well from VRP. He made the whole setup to fit in the tank, so it keeps the noise down. It's nice. I'm actually running about 70 psi base fuel pressure right now. That is with E85. I used to be running pump gas, but I changed over.
And what is the final horsepower on this thing?
When it was on pump gas was the last time I had it dynoed, and that was probably about 4 1/4, around 16, 17 pounds of boost. Recently now I have it on E85 and it's running about 20 pounds of boost, but I haven't had it re-dynoed yet. So I'm not sure what the final number is.
Alright, well let's start this car off and see how it sounds. I'm trying